World of DIY Broadcast Network presents.
Are you a do-it-yourself kind of guy, hands-on?
I am. I do a lot of stuff myself. I do some plumbing, but I'm pretty good with electrical. I'm a pretty good carpenter, and there's some things I'm pretty handy with.
What kind of tools do you have?
I have Craftsman tools that go back to the 70s. I got lots of not only hand tools, but I got my drill press from the 70s. I had a combination disc and belt sander Craftsman for years. I upgraded to a larger one. That's all, but it was a fine piece of equipment. Joiner planer I had Craftsman for years.
He's got real tools.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it all goes back to kind of what you're about too, is like I've always been saying, you invest in the best from the beginning and you'll have it for life. Talking about green, you don't quite have that carbon footprint. Constantly going back and forth getting new tools because they don't break down.
Yeah, you buy good stuff. I bought the high-end Craftsman, whatever I bought. High-end drill, high-end drill press, high-end, everything. The rip saw, cross-cut saw and everything. Did all that stuff, and it was a good investment to make good tools.
We would love to invite you to come be involved with something we're doing called the Craftsman Experience with Craftsman, because there's an old saying, it says, give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime, right? People need to learn how to work with their hands again and do things themselves. It's more than possible to do things yourself if you just have the right tools and the right instructors. Well, Karl, Court, these guys are both instructors. Ed Begley Jr., your show, you've always tried to show people what to do. So we're right down the street from you, Los Angeles.
I'll
Get you
come
to
by
come
and
down.
say hello. Yeah, I
do
made
some
my
stuff.
dining room table. I have a dovetail jig, and I made
Really?
a chest of drawers with dovetail
And I promise
joints.
you I won't get you to do a plumbing job.
Good, because I'm not great at it.
Wow.
Well, we'll make you greater at it. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I do some plumbing, but I'm just not really good.
But you like to
Carpentry, I
learn.
made a bit of a living in the 70s doing it, and then the acting picked up, and I didn't have time to do it anymore.
Yeah,
but I love
yeah.
carpentry, and I started with good Craftsman tools.
Yeah,
Look at that. Wow, what a commercial.
Very cool. But
Do we
that's
have to
all-
pay you for that? That's what I need to know. Jeez.
But mate, that's all important because you've got to walk the walk, and by doing the building industry and what have you're involved in now, it all makes sense to what you're preaching now, doesn't it? Very cool. All right, mate. Well, thank you so
man.
much for being on the show.
Karl, Court, thank you all. Thank you all
Absolute
three guys.
pleasure. All right, guys, this is Home Live Radio. Stick with us. More to come.
Lonely view.